So these teams met Christmas Eve in Houston. The Texans, though, were injured. C.J. Stroud did not play. Neither did Will Anderson Jr. on the defensive side of the ball. That was actually the game in which Amari Cooper had 265 yards receiving. On the injury front, neither Amari Cooper nor Kareem Hunt practiced for Cleveland on Tuesday. I do expect both of those men to play. Now, Joe Flacco has been a revelation. He could certainly be forced into a big mistake or two here by this Houston defense. But I think the loss of Tank Dell shows up here offensively for the Texans. I just like Kevin Stefanski to push the right buttons. Dustin Hopkins has not missed a kick for Cleveland since week 9. I think David Njoku, it stands to reason, will have a big game. At 2.5, I like the Browns. But as I said, if it was 3, I would probably lean Houston and take the 3 at home. I already have a bet down. It's a Texas teaser, Cowboys and Texans, right? So I already teased Houston up to 9. But forced right now to make a selection against the spread. It is Cleveland minus 2.5. That's the number on DraftKings Sportsbook. And I'd love to see the Browns win, potentially set up a meeting with the Baltimore Ravens with Flacco going back. Browns minus 2.5 against the Houston Texans. For me, your thoughts?
That number doesn't really affect me too much. You know, I played the Cardinals last week plus 2.5, and I got burned because I had them in a parlay on the money line plus 125. But I picked the Cardinals last week at home against the Seahawks because I thought they were going to win the game. They didn't win the game outright, but they still covered the 2.5. And I noticed with this league more and more with the 2-point conversions, you see a lot of games being won by a point, 2 points here or there, and a lot of strategy, whereas back in the day, you almost didn't see some of those finals. Anyway, I'm on the other side. You'll be happy to know I'm going with the Texans. Probably no surprise to you, plus 2.5 versus the Browns. Yeah, no Case Keenum, Davis Mills combo platter for the Texans this week. It's C.J. Stroud. And man, you know, some of these guys that lean heavily on their faith, I think it's a tremendous advantage for them. I just think it creates a calmness. I said I liked last week. I like this guy in big games. So give me the team that played a close game on the road to punch their ticket last week and then backed into winning the division. Now you get to host the team that beat you 3 weeks ago, as you alluded to. So I think this could be a low-scoring game. I expect it to be a tight game. You know, I like what Flacco has done, but it's not as if he's been like super elite. You know what I mean? It's been more, I think, the buzz a little bit because of a surprise. You know, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, made some big plays, I think, to swell his statistics. But I think Houston will be able to avenge that Christmas Eve loss here. They did get beat up on the ground by Jonathan Taylor last week pretty good, but they didn't turn the ball over. I'm not going to be shocked if Cleveland wins here, but we're picking every game. We're forced to. I bet they would rather go to Jacksonville, Cleveland, right, had they won the division. So to me, give me the home team, DeMeco Ryans and the boys. I think they win this game. I think they avenge that loss. And I think everything that's gone on in Cleveland, while it's been nice, I think it's an abrupt end on Saturday afternoon.